Hiya. This is day 3. It should be day 4, but I was working till 10 o'clock last night and didn't get a chance to do my video for yesterday. I'm in my lunch break, so I'm going to do these 10 top tips as quick as I can. So where are we? Tip 31. Be aware when you're driving or you're in a car or on a train and you're right by the window. Be aware that glass may not be UV protective. Glass really does sort of magnify UV rays. All my recommendation would be is wear an SPF, broad spectrum sunscreen. Remember those hands, the side of your face. New cars today will probably have UV protective, but you know, if you've got your arm out the window, just be aware. Tip 32, in line with Valentine's Day, your lips. Everyone wants those sort of kissable lips. Your lips have a reduced amount of melanin, which means they are more sensitive to UV rays. So, you know, if you wear lipstick or you don't, opt for a lip protection with an SPF, just to keep those lips really protected out and about. Tip 33, if you're shaving, shaving can be quite stripping on the skin, whatever part of the body you're shaving. So always opt for a nice rich moisturiser after shaving, really to calm and soothe. I love a vitamin E because it's really calming and soothing on your skin. Sticking on shaving, when you're shaving, whatever area you're shaving, sometimes you can get a sort of ingrown hair. It'll double back on itself and it can cause a follicular irritation. Some people are very prone, whatever area, to getting folliculitis, and it's just that inflammation or it's that double backing of the hair follicle. So what I would say for that is give it 24 hours and then maybe opt for a salicylic acid ingredient within your skincare, and that should really help improve. Tip 35, protein. Protein works obviously well on our body, feeding our muscles, but it also works in supporting our collagen and elastin. So just keep your protein levels up. You can get those naturally in your foods. So protein's really good. 36. Your pillowcases. Did you know that your pillowcases are probably harbouring quite a few bacterias? And that's quite important to remember, particularly if you do have acne-prone skin, where you've got a lot of bacteria on the skin. Do change your pillowcase very regularly. I always recommend at least once a week to change your pillowcase. Remember also, if you're having any skin treatments or facial treatments, needling, you know, anything at all, peels, change your pillowcases the night of your treatment, so you're getting into bed with a fresh pillowcase and there's no risk of transferring any bacteria or anything like that. 37, sulfates. Sulfates are an ingredient that can be quite stripping and sensitizing to skin. So when you're using skin products, I would recommend that you look for a sulfate-free. Oysters. I'm not a lover of oysters, but they're very high in zinc. Now, if you get flaky, dry scalp, zinc is very good for that. Also, there's skin conditions where you can get seborrheic dermatitis, which is like sort of flaking. That's more of a yeast, but zinc will really help with the flaking of skin. Zinc can be got in oysters, but have a look, or you can take a zinc supplement as long as it's within the recommended daily allowance. Avoiding the tip 39, avoiding the tanning bed. I I totally understand, you know, we're in a society, in a culture where we all like to look glowed and tanned, but there are far more safer ways of doing that. Tanning beds are unregulated, and what I mean by unregulated is that you don't really know the dose that you're actually getting when you do expose your skin. You may compare with someone and say, well, I'm having 3 minutes and I'm having 6 minutes, but that depends on the strength of the UV bulbs. For me, tanning beds are a no-no, but just be aware they are quite dangerous. And tip 40, last one today, popping your spots. I know that, you know, if you've got acne prone skin and you've got some spots that come up, the automatic thing is you want to pick it. Be very aware, you know, picking a spot can cause real trauma to the skin. It can lead to scarring and it can lead to hyperpigmentation, which is a discoloration, and that can last quite a long time. If you want to or need to pop a spot, I would always say wash your hands thoroughly before, warm the face, and cover your hands in a clean tissue if you have to pop your spot, and make sure you wash your hands afterwards. So they're my top 10 tips for today. It's always going to be a tongue twister. I might get it right at the end of these. Have a great day, and I'll see you soon.